Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List. My name is Shane McAuliffe, and this week we start things off by checking into a hotel. I mean, that's usually how you start any trip to any town in Texas, but when it comes to Marfa, well, these are some artistic accommodations. Marfa. If you've never been here, it's hard to explain how unique this corner of the Chihuahuan Desert really is. Situated far from any major city, it's usually a quiet hub for activities around the Big Bend that happens to have some mysterious lights and lots of art. Now, in order to enjoy all these unique things to do, you have to find a place to stay. And if glamping doesn't really get you going, there's a hotel here that makes you feel like you're in the middle of a modern city.
Time is a little funny out here. You know, the days are long and the years are short kind of thing.
Emily Williams moved out to Marfa in 2017, but she didn't know she was gonna stay here.
It was pure accident, which is a pretty common story out here. I had what was supposed to be a 3 or 4 month consulting job with Marfa Public Radio, and Tim Crowley, the owner of this property, and I had got to talking, and he asked me to stay for a while and work on some projects, and about 9 months later, I was the general manager of this hotel.
That hotel is the Hotel St. George, the only full-service hotel within hundreds of miles. It sort of sticks out in the small town of Marfa.
It was just the right time for Marfa to have more and more contemporary accommodations, and accommodations that were a little more upscale than perhaps the town could have supported, a decade prior.
With a population of 1,800, you might think this is a sleepy town, but Marfa has so much to offer.
The day-to-day pace is so different from cities that you really kind of have to take a step back and sort of take stock of how dynamic the town is, sort of culturally, in terms of like restaurants, people's projects, new buildings. The town has really changed remarkably.
That's thanks to all the folks bringing culture with them from across Texas.
It's a place where you want to talk to everybody you meet because they've all got an interesting perspective on what they love about this part of Texas, what they love about Marfa specifically, what they're doing. And that's really where you find like the interesting things about Marfa. People with big ideas and sort of big dreams, and that means interesting bars, interesting restaurants, concerts, all kinds of stuff that you just don't see in places this tiny and far-flung.
One of those big dreams was the Hotel St. George, the first hotel of its kind in this small town that offers guests a different experience in these parts.
When you bring the kids out for Thanksgiving break, everybody's camping, it's really nice to have a place where you can have a cocktail, a nice bed, big screen TV, large bathroom before you spend another 7 hours driving back to Austin or wherever.
I love coming here, but man, y'all are far from everything.
It is far from everything. I will say most people I've found really appreciate the journey as part of the experience.
The other part people enjoy is the food. And at this hotel, you don't have to go far for a good meal.
Their solace is at least, they know they're gonna have a place to eat dinner. And breakfast the next morning, more importantly.
What also makes the Hotel St. George unique is the art in every room and every hallway, which you'd expect in a town like Marfa.
It's a town that really supports creative work.
But these paintings, pictures, and portraits play a bigger role than just something to decorate with.
Almost all of the art on the property is by artists who either live here and work here or have some really meaningful connection to Marfa or the area. You see really distinctive artworks in the rooms, in the hallways down here, and it's not unusual to just run across the people who made them. Most of them live down the street.
There's no two pieces of art the same in that room.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Even the furniture and fixtures have a tie to this Texas town.
Guys who've been welding horse trailers for years fabricated the table that we're sitting at right now.
And that encompasses Marfa, a Texas town that still has deep roots with locals while inviting those seeking refuge from the big cities, but expecting the finer things in life, all while getting some fresh desert air.
You don't really have to go very far in any direction to be spending time in really quiet, open spaces. I think it has, to some extent, normalized expectations of, what people can expect here.